So the next person we're going to turn to is Stephen Pearlman. Stephen attended Manchester Grammar School and studied social science at Bradford University. He was a very popular teacher at King David Primary School for 31 years. Everybody used to talk about him in a good way. Since retiring from teaching, he has carried out gardening work, and he spent a considerable amount of time on his hobbies of writing poetry, being a quiz master, playing musical instruments, and writing songs. He brought out his own poetry book in 2014 and his own quiz book last year. He's organised many online quizzes in the past year since the pandemic, and he's kept many people occupied and entertained with the quizzes. Stephen has a son called Dan. Overall, Stephen's a good egg, but he has one fault. He supports Manchester United. Stephen participated in the Laughter Factor comedy course in 2014, along with myself and Marilyn Berg. This culminated in us all doing a 5-minute comedy set, along with 8 other amateur comedians at the Manchester Comedy Club in front of 500 people. Altogether, the 11 of us managed to raise, I think it was £12,000 for the Fed Jewish Social Services. And I particularly like to listen to Stephen in the comedy classes because I like his brand of corny jokes. That's up my street. So without any further ado, let's go over to Stephen Pearlman.
Thank you. Well, good evening and thank you for having me. I haven't actually got anything to say. It's a bit awkward. But I do have some festive messages from 5 famous people. Firstly, our Prime Minister, Mr. Boris Johnson. Hello to all my Muslim and Jewish friends, and remember, if you vote for the Conservatives, I promise I will get my hair cut. Now, as we enter the 2nd year of the pandemic, which, as we all know, was caused by Labour supporters in Wuhan, we see the number of cases and deaths are thankfully coming down, but I must remind you all, hands, face, knees and toes. Hands, face, knees and toes, knees and toes. I have many Jewish friends, and some of my children may well, in fact, be Jewish. And I know that Purim is a festival for celebrating the Jews of ancient Persia, overcoming the wicked Prime Minister Haman. I hope you don't find that too inspirational. As you know, I am a man of the people and always like to relate to the man, and indeed woman, in the street. So I say to you all, acta deos nunquam mortalia fallunt audentes fecundissimus. I think that says it all. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Boris. And now a message from actor and TV presenter, Mr. Danny Dyer. Right. Now, you may know me from EastEnders, right? I'm called Danny, right? Well, so is my daughter. She's called Danny, and all, only with an I, and I'm Danny with a Y, to avoid confusion, right? Only that don't work, because when my missus says, "Hi, Danny," I say, "Well, which one? You mean Danny with a Y or Danny with an R?" She said, "I don't know. I can't spell very well." Would you rather believe it? Anyway, I'd like to wish all my Jewish friends down the East End a very happy Purim, right? Now, I've got something in common with Jews and Muslims, actually, because you don't like pigs, do you? Well, I don't like pigs coming around my house at 4 in the morning for something I ain't done, you know what I mean? But you Jews, if you don't like pig, why do you eat them Hamantash things? Because they got ham in them, haven't they? Hamantash. I don't get it. Now, here's a funny thing. I'm a passionate West Ham supporter.
World is different.
So sorry about that. And a bit of a hammy actor and all. Anyway, thanks. See you later. Well, thanks. Thanks, Danny, for that valuable contribution. And now the wonderful, much revered broadcaster and natural historian, Sir David Attenborough, who's still going strong at the age of 94. That's his hair.
What are you doing?
I've got too much wig in my face. For Sir David, please, respect. For most of the year, religious Jewish males walk rapidly around the streets of Broughton Park, Prestwich and Whitefield, dressed in dull black suits, black shoes and black hats, with only their white shirts breaking up their sombre appearance. And they're completely sober. But then the festival of Purim arrives, and we witness a quite remarkable transformation. Suddenly, those drab garments are cast aside in favour of a vast array of outrageous, colourful costumes, and now, fueled by vodka, these Jews can be seen and heard parading down Singleton Road, Albert Avenue, and Park Lane, singing the same irritating songs again and again, very noisily and slightly out of tune, usually backed by a poor quality sound system until the early hours of the morning. And then, after a brief respite for sleep and paracetamol, they're out on the streets again, just to ensure that they're driven everyone mad and haven't missed anyone out. Thank you and enjoy your evening. Thank you, Sir David, for those inspirational words. And now a message from Scottish comedian and actor Billy Connolly. It went well in rehearsals. Hello. It's decidedly average to be here and help you guys celebrate another Jewish festival, you know. And you've got some great festivals. There's Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, where you might only have one meal a day, but the meal lasts for 7 hours. Hanukkah, and that's dead easy for a Scotsman to say, Hanukkah. It's an anagram of Achai the New. Jews stuff themselves with donuts for 8 days. Then they've got Shavuot, or shove you out, I don't know, something like that. God actually tells them to eat a ton of cheesecake. The best one is Purim, when you're supposed to get drunk. Imagine 2 rabbis. So, Jaime, how was your Purim? Oh, it was great. 10 cans of Carlsberg special brew. special Hebrew, maybe. What about yourself, Yosef? Well, I'm more religious than you. I had 10 cans of Carlsberg special Hebrew and a Methuselah of champagne. But it does make them more religious, you know, because in the morning they're all going, oh God, oh God. That's the religion for me. Anyhow, that's me done. Thanks very much. Have a great night. My accent might have slipped into Wales a couple of times there, but never mind. Thank you very much. And now, finally, a message from His Royal Highness, Prince Charles.
Actually good.
Greetings to all my Muslim and Jewish friends that are happy Purim to those of the Jewish faith from Camel and me. Actually, she doesn't like being called Camel. It gives her the hump. I suppose it is offensive to camels. But in these difficult times, I always insist that Camilla wears a mask and keeps a distance. Come to think of it, I've been insisting on that for years. In fact, I'm rather glad that people are wearing masks, because the elastic tends to pull their ears out and everyone's starting to look a bit like me. Makes me feel less self-conscious. And not now, Mummy, I'm doing a Zoom thing. Zoom, it's a way of communicating with computers. Computers, they're machines. Look, Mummy, can't you wait? Heaven knows I've been waiting for you long enough to, she's still very healthy. Why did you ask Daddy to take you out for a drive? Anyway, happy Purim to all my Jewish friends. And, if anyone hasn't got a fancy dress costume, we've still got Harry's old German uniform if you want to borrow it. Goodbye. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.